Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit. You're watching IPO Adda, and the company in focus today is Unimech Aerospace and Manufacturing. It's a Bangalore-based company, the IPO for which is opening on December 23rd and closes on December 26th. Price between 745 to 785 rupees per share. It has a fresh issue of 250 crores and an OFS of 250 crores. That makes it around 500 crores of issue which is coming in. And joining me is Anil Kumar, who is the chairman and managing director of the company, and Ramakrishna Kamojhala, who is the CFO of the company. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on NDTV Profit. To begin with, Anil, give us a sense of the kind of work you do. You are into the aerospace and manufacturing business. What exactly do you manufacture for this segment?
So, we manufacture aerospace toolings and precision components and sub-assemblies for aerospace, defense and energy sectors. When I say aerospace toolings, these tools are used to kind of for the production, assembly and maintenance purpose of the aircraft and the aircraft engines. And typically high mix and low volume in nature, very complex engineering kind of, in nature. And coming to precision components, we do a lot of high precise, high mix, low, and to a bit of medium volume in production components for aerospace, defense, and energy sectors. Some of them are safety critical. So that's the overall, the offering from business.
Ram, can you take us through the usage of funds? You're going to raise 250 crores in a fresh issue. Where are you going to use these funds for?
Yeah, so fresh issue is 250 CR, 250 crores. In that, there are three broad objectives. One is towards capex, capital expenditure, which is to be used for the both machinery as well as mainly machinery, and second objective is towards the working capital for the growth of the business, and third one is repayment of debt. So and the remaining amount goes to general corpus fund, which is total to be 250 CR.
Can you give us a sense of the kind of debt that you have on the books and how much will it come down to?
Yeah, we have total debt of 70 CR, both term loan and working capital. In that term loan portion of above 40 CR, close to 40, kind of 42 CR, that term loan is going to be repaid in this objective.
And so you will be practically debt free after this issue.
Not exactly. Working capital will still be there. 30 crores working capital will continue to be there in the books.
Anil, Ram spoke about the fact that you're going to use that money for capex. That's roughly around 104, 105 crores, which you're going to use for capex. Can you take us through the kind of capex that you're going to undertake, and by doing so, how much your capacity will go up by? And is there any new sectors that you're entering as part of the capex?
See, I think we are going to double our capacity in the coming days, post this, the investment on the capex objective. So there is the capex is going to happen in two tranches. Probably the first tranche about 70 crore, and second tranche would be coming in sometime in the next year, which is almost equal to the first tranche. So that's a plan, and we want to invest predominantly on very high-end CNC machines and a lot of special process equipments, and also to some extent, the dedicated the shop floors for each of those emerging segments. So that's the plan.
You are an export-oriented company with focus in the US, Germany, and UK. Is there a plan to diversify your geographical reach to beyond these three major countries? And what about in India?
Yes, of course, we have the plans to kind of diversify beyond these the countries that we are present with, and also the domestic business. So if you see, one of our emerging segments is nuclear power and energy. So this is something that we want to grow. Which eventually kind of increase our domestic footprint. And also with the kind of plans that India have on the energy, especially from a nuclear the base, it's very promising for industries like us to invest and dedicate our capabilities and capacities to grow the business.
Can you also take us through the kind of work that you do for some of the players that you have, because you have a high client concentration as well. So if you can take us through that, because top 3 clients of yours account for nearly 85% of your revenues. So can you take us the kind of work that you have, and are these dedicated contracts and multi-year contracts that you have from these clients?
Yeah, sure. So broadly, we are into 2 business segment, and customer focus into 2 business segment. I would like to explain. While aerospace sector as such, so you can easily guess that it's a high concentrated, kind of industry as such, because only few OEMs are there, and their global license is also very few. So in terms of number of customers, yes, the 4 customers, the initial customers are still contributing, majority of revenue. The first customer, approximately, kind of 50+%, he is contributing, and second customer kind of 20+ kind of thing. So the reason for the high concentration is it's eventually natural, kind of more valid share that the customer is allowing us to take up, in the sense like MRO tooling, there is a compounding effect we call it as, in the sense like when a customer onboard supplier like us, eventually like every quarter, every year he approve us for the more number of product or SKUs in this case. So more number of SKU tools get approved. So naturally over the year, now that the first customer who has completed 8 years now with us, so more number of approvals have come in, so his revenue share is high. And the second customer who onboarded in somewhere in 2017, is also accredited as with more number of SKUs, and his revenue is continuing. So yes, customer concentration is there, but the industry is as such, aero industry as such, so not many players would be there in this.
But actually, I would call it as it's an advantage to us and also for them, because not many players who are in this kind of high mix and low volume segment are there from a supplier point of view, and also the customer's point of view. There are only few tier 1s and OEMs that are kind of catering in this segment. So we kind of look at it as an advantage as an industry, as a business, and also with the kind of the fact that it is very highly safety critical. So customer trust is a very important thing, and that's something that we kind of have encashed and will continue to grow the business.
It also brings in risk, like Boeing is one of your largest customer. We saw Boeing going through a strike in the US. What is the kind of impact will that have on you? Because does it impact your revenues in any way? Because Boeing, entire Boeing went on a strike for more than a month or so.
See, actually speaking, Boeing is not our major customer today. We are working with a few of the tier 1s on the different kind of the product lines, and also the OEMs. So while we see some risk, suppose if we have a Boeing as a bigger portion of our business, but as of now it's probably in single digits, I would say. But I think with the kind of the progress that is happening with Boeing, I see it is coming to our advantage. A lot of the future businesses that we're in talks definitely are having the kind of long-term visibility for the business.
Another point I would like to add here is, Sanjit, the kind of the major OEMs, Boeing and Airbus, of course. So the kind of engine program what we are operating as of now for the aero tooling. So such engine, irrespective of whether engine is used by Airbus or Boeing, so for us, I think the business opportunities is anyway there. So that could be the reason why I think Boeing has business as such has not impacted us.